I look at track and field as basically a young outlet for life as a whole. So when we bring in athletes and we get to work with athletes over their collegiate career, it turns into something of how do we get them to understand what they're going through and how that's going to relate to life. There's so many different correlations back and forth. So we're going to help them grow, we're going to help them mature, and we're going to help the ladies grow through the opportunities that we're able to provide for them. And we need them to realize that they're going to work harder than they've ever had before, but they're also going to achieve more than they ever had before, whether it be athletically, academically. We're pushing both sides of that continuously. Obviously, we look straight for talent. That's my first go-to. As I always say, times don't lie, marks don't lie. It's track and field's a exact sport where we have fully automatic timing, we have fully automatic looking at jumps, throws, you name it, the events, everything's exact. There is no variation in who's better based off of what the team is like. Each athlete's an individual, and that's the unique thing about track and field is you have the team aspect, but you also have the individual aspect. So when I'm recruiting individual athletes to build the team, I'm looking for somebody that first has a talent, and then from there, I want them to be realistic with me. If I'm going to be communicating with them, then I expect to see my recruits communicating back and them wanting it just as bad as I want it. I want to be able to see the passion within the athlete that I'm recruiting to be the same as, or close to what I want. And I want to see that they're basically a student of the sport and they're always willing to learn and develop through that. And I want them to realize that they're going to be training at a high level, probably one of the highest in the country. But at the same time, they're able to get a degree because they're at the end of the day, they're coming to college to be a student athlete. And I want them to make sure that they see the realism in being able to get a degree, and they have those dream goals of maybe somebody saying they want to go to the Olympics or somebody wants to run professionally. I understand that they have those goals, but at the end of the day, what we're recruiting is for somebody to be highly academic and also be able to grow as a student athlete and be realistic in what their goals are and what they're going to achieve, and be passionate about their lifestyle of track and field. Because a lot of our women have chosen to go into health science fields, and whether it's nursing, exercise science, public health, it's a large majority of our team. And within that, I think what's bringing that together is we have great professors for it. They're very genuine. They're very one-on-one with our student athletes. They're constantly communicating not only with the student athlete, but they're coming back and allowing the coaches to get a little bit involved with that. And it's a small class size. So our athletes are able to see the family-oriented atmosphere within our teaching, within our coaching, and basically within the AIC community. And we're able to put together a team of diverse personalities and as well as diverse cultures, and allow people to come together as one family. That's why we use the hashtag One Hive, One Family. But along with that is looking at where we seem to go with our program is we want to be one of the most dominant programs in the country, and I think we're on the right progression for that. And I think it's being established with having that local talent, but also being able to say that we're bringing in the top athlete from Massachusetts, the top athlete from Connecticut, and then coupling that with international student athletes that could basically run wherever they'd like to, but they've chosen to come here because of the connections that they've built with our coaching staffs, that they've built with other athletes throughout the recruiting process. I think with AIC, it's a place of opportunity and a place for growth. No matter who you are, where your background, where you come from, there is an opportunity for you to get better. We can look at it both academically, athletically, but to keep it to track, we're going to provide opportunities, and we're going to force you to grow throughout your 4-year period. And the unique part about it is you're going to meet people that you never thought you were going to meet because of the diversity that we're able to bring in. And we're going to be as competitive as we possibly can, and provide you the opportunities to compete against the top level talent of where you fit. So looking at the history of it is the women's team's been progressing, and there's only a bright future ahead for it. So.